It had to catch up to Brisbane eventually, right? All of the comebacks, the halftime leads, it had to crumble at some point. To this extent, though, might be the best thing for them. And for the Pies, if you ever needed a statement win, if you ever really didn't believe in this team, you kind of have to now. And hey, wouldn't it be funny if someone made a video about how Collingwood are contenders and YouTube restricted it, so I had to take it down because it wasn't appearing anywhere? Boy, that would be awkward. Well, let's talk about this game. So I know we're going to talk about the winners and the losers. Of course, we start these videos with the winners, and the Pies, of course, deserve all of the credit in the world. Being as old as they are, their ability to bounce on transition was going to be super impressive. But it was kind of weird watching this game because it was ticking along at the same rate that I was. See, this is a new gaming chair that I have, which is what I use in my office, because my old one, I've had it for a while. I had it when I was really fat, and it was kind of like breaking down, so I wanted a sturdier one. And this is a new mic. Fingers crossed the audio is sounding good. I promise you this makes sense in the context of the conversation of this game. But I was building this chair, and I can't fucking build anything. I suck at DIY, but I want to get better at this stuff before my daughter gets born, so I can teach her stuff that I'm learning recently. Building this chair and this game was having the same effect because largely for Brisbane, and a little bit for Collingwood at times, is that everything made sense. The instructions made sense. The game plan made sense. And when it came to executing, it just didn't work in the slightest. Like at some points, and it was between the instructions and everything that I had to do and between the game plan that Brisbane had to pull off, they just couldn't do it. And there were times where things just would not go where they needed to. Now, of course, as you could see with the result, the gaming chair got put together. Brisbane's game plan did not. And that is, of course, where the Pies get a lot of credit. What was so strange, though, in this game was that there were 61 tackles. Not each, combined. 33 to 28. So whilst the Pies did have some major wins in some statistical categories, pressure was not one of them. So you'd be expecting a really slick ball movement kind of game. Now, you kind of got that from Collingwood. I thought their movement on transition was really good, but their ability to just waltz the ball from wing half back inside their forward 50 to uncontested situations was absolutely bonkers. And if I can just give Brisbane one piece of advice, if it's okay, right? Some unsolicited advice from dear old Dazzaroni. I know that you guys have got to scout every player, and look, there are going to be some unknown prospects that slip through the cracks. That number 35 from Collingwood is pretty damn good. Any chance you want to put someone on him? He had 10 touches in the first 22 minutes of this game. Like, Jared Berry is there. And sure, he got a little bit of attention in the second half, but, you know, does that count for anything? No, it doesn't. Because why would it? Ridiculous. And the Pies had plenty of winners across the ground. As you guys know, I am the CEO of the Ned Long fan club, and I was at Hawthorn. He is playing that bigger Tom Mitchell role to perfection. Both of them, of course, cannot play in the same side. We know that, but while Mitch is on the sidelines, he is the perfect guy to step in there. If I again could give Ned one little piece of advice, it would be, old Neddy Schlong, please, for the love of God, stop trying to get handball receives. That is not what your role is, Big Ned. Get the ball out and get out of the way. And he does that really well until sometimes he thinks to himself, hey, I can absolutely go on a run. Ned, no you can't. I love you to death. No you can't. That's not your role. Now, of course, with the celebration of Nick as a player and as a performer, we can sometimes forget that Josh is also a star. Of course, remembering Collingwood's premiership year, Josh won the best and fairest that year. Like, do people forget that? I kind of need to know. But he was, again, outstanding. He is in the All-Australian side. He is on a half-back flank, whether you like it or not. He is just taking the piss. He deserves a lot of credit for that. And of course we need to give credit to the milestone man, James Elliott. I know it's Jamie, I'm just taking the piss. What a star. 200 games. At this point in time in his career, could have easily been his 270th game, I think, at this point. But the poor bastard, with all of his injuries, that you wouldn't blame robbing him of a worthwhile career. And he has been very good. And shout out my dear mum too, who is the biggest Jamie Elliott fan on the planet. And a good Collingwood person. They're seemingly rare, but a really good Collingwood person. So love you, mum. And love Jamie Elliott for you. Because I can't claim him, she'll kill me. And also, just quietly, one of the better games Isaac Quaynor has played in a little while. The stats may not reflect it, but I thought he was great. So let's talk about the fallout for Brisbane. And really, as strange as this sounds, this just is a solidifier, I suppose, to kind of how I felt about Hawthorn after the Port Adelaide game. Now, Brisbane, of course, have got more credits in the bank than the Hawks do. I am not trying to say it is the same by any stretch of the imagination, but what I mean by it is that sometimes you just play shit. And you throw it away and you move on. Now, of course, we're going to see if the Hawks can bounce back against the Cats, and we will see the Lions bounce back because they are a better side, and I still think they are my number one seed, although GWS have got a really good chance to climb up that ladder if they beat the Crows on Saturday. But they were awful across the board. Their pressure was down, ball movement was down, their midfielders were down. Yeah, Neil and Dunkley got some numbers, but Oscar McInerney was their best player on the night. He really was. They lacked a little bit of forward potency at times, and then things fell away in a massive way. I am not going to crucify Brisbane for this unless it happens again. They have earned the right to say once is a fluke, twice is a concern, 3 times would be a pattern. But as we know, they just need to fucking win first halves, right? Just put a team away. And look, Collingwood are a good team. They are in the top 4. They deserve to be there. They are a contender, whether you like it or not at this point. Will they continue to be? We shall wait and see. But at this point in time, as we're sitting here live on Thursday night at 11:30 p.m. when I'm recording this, or whatever freaking time it is, Collingwood are a contender. We need to accept that. Brisbane, of course, are also a contender. Collingwood are not necessarily the better team than Brisbane overall. They absolutely pants them at home. Deserve a lot of credit for that. And for Brisbane, look, if you want to throw this performance away, I do not blame you. I will probably be doing that. Or if you want to raise some concern, you can do that as well. My man crush on Jasper Fletcher remains as strong as ever, and Levi is better than Will Ashcroft. And yes, I am saying that because I have Will in my Supercoach team, and let's face it, a sub-50 score is an automatic trade-out. I don't like doing it to premiums, but not that he's an uber premium or anything like that, but that kind of shit can't stand. So come on, Will, you're better than that. And Brisbane are better than that. But a massive congratulations to the Pies in Jamie Elliott's milestone game. They were fantastic. Craig McRae deserves a lot of credit, and the Pies will head to Anzac Day awaiting a Bombers team who will either get revenge for losing the impossible against the Eagles or after a big confidence-boosting win, and I can't wait to dissect that in tomorrow night's video. I hope you enjoyed. Whether you're a Collingwood fan, a Brisbane fan, shake yourselves off. Look forward to next week. Enjoy the rest of your Easter footy weekend, and for those whose teams haven't played yet, good luck this weekend, unless you barrack for the Cats. It's all love, but I just need the Hawks to bounce back. See you in the next video. Subscribe if you enjoyed it. Goodbye.